Hello, we're at the Royal Academy of Arts in London.
That's right, and tension here is mounting as our 7 semi-finalists compete for a life-changing prize.
The Royal Academy isn't just a world-famous exhibition space, it's home to the Royal Academy Schools, Britain's first art school.
That makes it the perfect place to hold the next stage in our search for Britain and Ireland's most outstanding new artistic talent.
Over the next 2 days, our remaining artists will be put through their paces and face their most demanding challenge yet. Welcome to the semi-final of Sky Arts Portrait Artist of the Year.
For the past 6 weeks, we've been scouring Britain and Ireland in search of new, exciting artistic talent. Each heat saw one artist make it through to the semi-final.
Rowe.
Alan McGowan.
Bilbo.
Sally Dyer.
Anya Devine.
But in Edinburgh,
Christian Hook.
there was an unprecedented decision.
The judges were so impressed, they have insisted that another artist go through. That artist is Laura.
Now 7 artists face a tough new challenge in a bid to win a possible life-changing prize. A £10,000 commission to paint the portrait of multi-award-winning actor Alan Cumming for the Scottish National Portrait Gallery.
I'm just going to say it's fantastic and leave it at that.
Oh, thank you.
But who makes it to the final is down to the judges. Award-winning artist Tyshan Schierenberg, head of contemporary at the Fine Arts Society Kate Bryan, and independent curator and art historian Kathleen Soriano.
You're just putting a lot of drippy paint on there. I'm kind of going, no, you're losing the image.
With only 3 places available,
I was piling on paint, but not often in the right places.
it was much looser, let's put it like that. The artists will have to seriously impress if they want to become a finalist of Sky Arts Portrait Artist of the Year.
But it's very exciting, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a great day.
just
It's been a great
an
day. Yeah.
incredible
I couldn't-
bunch.
I couldn't
don't
call
know
it now,
how
could you?
we're gonna-
No.
No.
Our artists claim their place in the semi-final based on a self-portrait and the portrait of a celebrity sitter at one of our heats. Today they face a different challenge that will require a whole new approach.
Today is a hard day. There's 7 of them. They are all fighting for 3 spaces. And I'm hoping that people are really able to rise to the challenge.
They're in the most perfect setting. You know, to be sitting in the Royal Academy's life room, steeped with history of great art, so hopefully that'll inspire them. I'm nervous that they're all pretty good, and it's going to be really, really difficult to choose between them.
I want to be surprised this time. It's putting a lot of pressure on the artists, I know, but I want to see something I haven't seen before. Looking back to how they stepped up to the challenge before, I think we're going to have a very good competition.
The artists are painting in the Royal Academy School's life drawing room. Its hallowed walls have witnessed the working of alumni such as J.M.W. Turner, William Blake and John Constable.
It feels great. I've never been in a setting like this, an environment like this to paint, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I feel good being here. It's a lovely environment to work in. I mean, I'm naturally feeling a bit nervous.
My chances of getting through are 1 in 7. I don't know. I really want it, though, now, I think, more than before. So I really want to get through to the final.
Until now, the artists are used to surprise sitters.
I'm happy to paint somebody that's got a lot of character in their face, lines and wrinkles.
Really, what's important is that the sitter is giving something out, contributing a kind of energy to the picture.
Anyone who will keep still.
But as this is the semi-final, the challenge is about to get harder. Artists, you've done very well to get this far. Congratulations. We think of you as our magnificent 7.
Yes, well, just to make you a little bit less magnificent, the judges have come up with, as this is the semi-final, a slightly harder challenge than usual. So today, instead of painting a single sitter, you'll be asked to paint a double portrait.
2 people, the ones we've chosen, couldn't be more different the one from the other. They hold diametrically opposing views Let me ask you to welcome the evolutionary biologist, Professor Richard Dawkins. And with him comes someone who is the chaplain and interfaith advisor at Brunel University, Sally Hitchiner.
The Reverend Sally Hitchiner is an Anglican priest. Her role as chaplain at Brunel University is to offer support and guidance to students, as well as helping them understand other religions.
Professor Richard Dawkins is the author of celebrated books, among them The Selfish Gene and The God Delusion. An atheist, Richard promotes the teaching of evolution.
So welcome, Richard and Sally. Sally, can I start with you? How do you respond to sitting next to Richard? Are you hostile instantly?
I was a little bit nervous about meeting you. I think it was a sense of whether we'd actually find some common ground, but I think you can find common ground even if you have very strongly different opinions.
We may disagree about important things, and it's important to disagree about important things because they matter. But that, of course, doesn't mean that you take any kind of personal antagonism.
Did you ever believe in God?
As St. Paul said, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Did you have a moment of sort of reverse revelation, or was it a gradual?
It's probably more gradual.
Sally, do you resent being told that you should put away childish things?
I think it's interesting that someone would see the sort of path that I've chosen to take as childish. It's a very challenging path.
I didn't, of course, mean that what you do as a chaplain is childish. Very far from it. It's a very responsible job. I was responding particularly to the question of was I ever a Christian? It was simply a way of saying, yes, I was as a child.
Have you ever tried being an atheist?
Yes, around the same time, actually. I read that you were a good Anglican until your early to mid-teens.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
And I guess I did the reverse.
Now, you're going to be painted together today, and the artists are going to try and somehow encapsulate this conflict and this difference.
Trying to interpret the sitters' disparate views starts with how they're posed.
Hopefully we've set it up that for the artists we've got one profile from wherever you're sitting and one face from the front. Enjoy yourselves.
Artists, the judges have two requests. Firstly, your portrait must feature both sitters, and also that some narrative between them must be clear.
Now, you're going to have 8 hours on this occasion. 4 hours today, 4 hours tomorrow, and you start now.
Okay, let's go.
I'm feeling quite nervous that I've got 2 sitters, to be honest. Not sure how much I'm going to get done in the 2 days.
Amateur artist Laura Quinn is a part-time accountant and lives with her boyfriend Dylan in Wigan. Before this competition, she was more used to painting pets than people, but her talent for painting anything was spotted at an early age.
We first realised that she was artistic when she was about 8. It was a rainy day at school, and the teacher had given the children the task of drawing their own shoe. Laura had drawn it to scale, and it was absolutely perfect. So that's when we first realised that she was artistic.
In one of the Edinburgh heats, her portrait of actor Ashley Jensen showed so much promise that the judges awarded her an extra place in the semi-final.
I'm interested that you're starting with the black again as the background, as you did in the heats. Got a confidence in that approach?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I just like the way that if I can put colours on and you can still see the darkness through.
And so when you started your drawing, I see that you've sort of done it more or less formally as they are. So Richard here and Sally and Nick.
Yeah, well, originally I thought I would put them closer together. I was going to have it portrait style and have two big heads, but I just really liked the space between them. I thought that really accentuated the relationship between the views that they both have.
Have you ever done a double portrait before?
I've done one of a little girl and a cat, if you can count that.
Nice. One of the ways to create a narrative in a double portrait is the disposition of the sitters. You've moved them round. Explain to me why you've done that.
The difference because
so you've got him turning his back on her.
Yeah, they are engaged, but in different direction.
Professional artist Rauf Hagigi lives with his wife in Southend-on-Sea. Often creating fictitious elements in his paintings, he claimed his place in the semi-final with a painting of Sol Campbell, in which he changed the colour of the background and added an imaginary picture. And he's creating something completely different again today. Tell me why you've put the figures at the back.
Well, I just have a feeling I just paint two figures, naked figures, but I love the figures around here, and engage whole things together or something.
While one artist is happy to go with the flow, another isn't. And that means having to recover his canvas in his trademark, wax.
Now, Bill, you've had a crisis, haven't you?
A mini crisis, yes.
A mini crisis. So tell me what happened.
Essentially, I knew exactly what I wanted to do in my head. I wanted, like, Dawkins looking that way and Sally kind of looking into his ear, like talking into his ear. But then I got all conceptual, like, I'll make Sally smaller. And
so this is, you've discarded this?
Yeah. And I just didn't like the size relationship.
So you started again. Amateur artist Bill Bone lives in Cardiff. His wax-covered canvas brings texture to his paintings. It was this technique and the likeness of Paralympian and presenter Ade Adepitan that impressed the judges. So what are you trying to say about the relationship between?
I see it as Dawkins isn't really concerned with people like Sally. It's her that needs to fear him.
I've never really taken to narratives in painting that much, to be honest. I just kind of do what I see.
It's going to require, again, 4 hours per portrait, but I think the whole idea of having, two people with opposed views sitting together and all that stuff is a good idea.
Nothing's settled in the picture, everything's kind of in the future. This is really interesting, this is a fun bit.
Here at the Royal Academy of Art Schools in London, our 7 semi-finalists have been painting sitters Professor Richard Dawkins and the Reverend Sally Hitchiner for nearly 2 hours.
While some artists are studying the sitters from photographs, for another, it's a more shared experience.
Richard, would you push your hair back on that side? Yeah, thanks. Not too much, but just, it was sitting back there earlier on, thanks.
Professional artist Alan McGowan lives in Edinburgh with his wife, who's also an artist. His portrait of Lord Julian Fellowes captivated the judges with its sense of movement and surrounding colourful lines.
I like the fact that you do see it as a collaboration between you and the sitters. You're communicating with the sitters quite a bit, aren't you?
Yeah, I do like to talk to the sitters because, Bill, it is a collaboration. I do think that that's something which isn't recognised enough. Is the people always talk about artists, in terms of an artist makes a painting, but a sitter makes a painting as well.
Whether the artists choose to stand or sit during painting is completely down to personal preference.
I do a radio show and some presenters think you should always stand on radio because it makes you sound more alive.
Oh,
if you
right.
sit, you sound a bit sedate. Does it give you more oomph to stand, do you think?
You always see in room 101, you seem to be fine when you're sitting down. You're great gusto.
You're going to win,
no
you're going to
hassle.
win. All right, I'll see to it.
Professional artist Anya Devine lives in Edinburgh with her 3 children. When not painting at home, she teaches drawing at the Edinburgh Drawing School.
And then you want to be able to stand at arm's length from your easel and be able to see Ali and see your page by only moving your eyes.
Anya is really good as a teacher because she puts people at ease, makes it relaxing, and when she does demonstrations, it's really spontaneous and it helps people to loosen up.
She's the only artist to have reached the semi-finals using watercolour. Her portrait of Neil Hannon truly enthralled the judges.
You said, I remember in your first interview, that you found painting therapeutic.
Did I say that?
You did. You can't possibly find it therapeutic in a situation like this.
In a situation like this, it's actually the thing that holds you together, actually.
That's good, because you're at home when you do that, so then
Yeah.
you know what you're doing. And
Yeah, I mean, you're worried because there's always the chance that you won't be able to do it. You know, every time I've heard writers saying this as well, that there's a worry, or when they're expected to write the next book, that you might just not be able to do it anymore.
Is there such a thing as painter's block, then?
I'd say there definitely is.
Well, let's not even think
It's
about
not
it.
happening today.
You're just putting a lot of drippy paint on there.
I am at the moment.
And I'm kind of going, no, you're losing the image.
No.
Because the drawing underneath is fantastically correct, and it's great. Both are great likenesses. And now you're losing the image again?
Yeah. I've got quite a lot of time, so I can get the drawing back at any moment. But if I don't risk it, then I won't have anything to play with.
Originally from Gibraltar, professional artist Christian Hook shares a flat in London with 2 friends.
I love Christian's art. I have to say that because he's here, but I genuinely do. He is super talented. He's always just talking about ideas. He's just a ball of energy and creativity.
Something that I find really fascinating, a piece of art you think is substantially complete. You go, wow, that looks great, and they go, it's not finished yet, and then they just put in the last few flourishes, and then it really kind of gives it another element to it.
Christian especially, he just produces something better and better each time.
His technique whilst painting the actor Daniela Nardini divided opinion among the judges.
Is it as easy for you as you make it look?
I don't know. It's a difficult question. I think that it's never easy for me, but sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes you just get lost and I don't know how to recover it. And
So
it's like,
how does this feel today? Was it very straightforward when you saw them sitting there?
I think that for the time I've been painting, I've got time to risk and then try and get back and so on. Whereas if I had just 15 minutes left or an hour, then I'll probably just paint and that's it.
It looks like you made a good start on that.
Thank you very much.
Painting in the room is hot and fun.
Thank you.
But not because of him.
Sally Dyer from Preston is setting up her own art business as an outlet for her work. The expression she captured of actor Daniel Roche in Profile secured her place in the semi-final.
So I don't know if you picked up on this, but in the heat, I got into a bit of a panic that you weren't going to paint the hair on Daniel.
Yeah.
And I came over and dropped
And you said
enormous
that to me,
hints.
yeah, you did.
Like, you're going to paint the hair, Sally? And I sensed that you were
When
a
I
bit...
had 10 minutes to go.
Were you ever going to paint the hair?
No.
OK, is that the
But I
truth?
didn't want to give it away.
Well played you for not listening to me, because I was a fool, so I was completely wrong. So at the moment, I'm just going to say it's fantastic and leave it at that.
Oh, thank you.
It's less difficult than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting I'd have to stay absolutely still, but actually you can move around a little bit and it's not too bad. If they could make me look a little bit taller, that'd be great. But I don't think they accept bribes.
Well, I haven't got deep vein thrombosis yet, but we do have to keep rather still. I think it'd be better, actually, if we were allowed to be actually painted talking to each other. I suspect that we would have rather more interesting facial expressions rather than staring at a spot in the wall.
Artists, your first day's 4-hour session is over. You are halfway through your task.
Please put down your brushes. You're free to go, and it will all be here tomorrow. With the room free of artists, the judges can't resist taking a peek at the halfway stage.
I love Anya's watercolours because of the beautiful colours she starts with and the brush marks she uses.
I think she's got such an advantage by the way that she's framed this. There's a really lovely connection between the two of them, and we're going to have a profile of him. And
yeah, but she's invented that.
As far as working it all up, I feel like I'm going on fine, plodding along, you know, and feeling fresh about it. So I'm happy to stop now and have time away from it.
This is getting there.
Alan is really focused on the goal. He's attacking it with a confidence.
I do like the painting and the colours in the head look good.
it feels like they're in a sort of TV studio together.
I think it sort of went all right, but it went a bit badly towards the end, so the painting's in a state of flux, I would say.
I'm just so excited about this one. I can't... Look, they're starting to emerge.
Laura scares the hell out of me because she takes a very long time on that dark ground finding her drawing.
The softness that she's caught in Richard's hair is just really tactile and beautiful.
Great lightness of Richard, though,
Fantastic.
although he looks very sad.
I'm still on schedule and it seems to be going okay. I'm just looking forward to making it look a bit more like a painting tomorrow.
I think it's great that Sally and Bill are sitting next to each other, and that sort of tension might move them on.
Compositionally, for such a young artist, she's nailed that. That works.
I think I've caught the likenesses fine, so the rest should be okay. It's just the time, really, that I'm worried about.
It's very exciting, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a great day. It's been a great day.
Incredible.
I couldn't call it now, could you?
No.
It's day 2 of the semi-final challenge. Our 7 artists have 4 hours to complete their double portraits before 3 are chosen to go through to the final.
And before the session starts, the artists have time to discuss the sitters.
She's kind of quite sexy. Are you allowed to have sexy priests?
Yeah.
I think she is.
Well, I'm going to paint her sexy.
So, artists, you begin your second day. You have 4 hours to complete your portraits, and your time starts now.
With an overnight break between sittings, the artists have had plenty of time to reflect on their work.
When you walked in, both of you, this morning, and looked at your paintings, did you think, oh yeah, that's exactly what I remembered it being, and I know exactly what I've got to do? Or did you think, oh, it looks different now, I'm seeing something fresh and I'm seeing it differently?
For me, it was different. I forget what I've done.
And was it good news or bad news?
It wasn't bad, especially from the distance I could see my paintings. It was different.
And was it the same for you, Laura?
I took a photo of it before I left last night.
Okay.
So I had a look at it when I got back to the hotel, and I could see a few things that weren't quite right. The proportions weren't quite right on Sally.
So does that mean that you arrived today with a sort of a to-do list of things that you knew you had to do?
I arrived knowing that I needed to change Sally's proportions slightly.
Some of the artists have chosen to paint the sitters simultaneously. While the others have tackled them one at a time.
Do you find that with the double portrait that you end up always being drawn more to one than the other?
I'm looking forward to doing Sally. It's like keeping, you know, the dessert. I think.
That's a lovely idea.
Well, you know, I've really enjoyed doing Richard as well, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into Sally's face now.
What about the background? Do you know what you're going to do?
Today, this morning, in the taxi, we passed like a carpet shop, and I saw there was like a carpet or rug with, it was predominantly red, with lots of other colors, and I'm basically going to copy that.
Wow. Well, if your taxi had taken another route, God knows what it would be.
Who knows, yeah, it could be all black and, yeah.
With just 2 hours of the challenge remaining, Alan is still directing the session.
All of us have got a lot more work to do on your head
Okay.
today. So if we get that sort of established now, that'd be really good. And I think that the way you're sitting is spot on just now. I thought that maybe what we could do is go for like 25 minutes and then just have a little bit of a stretch, and then so we cut it in two. That work okay for you?
That's okay.
It feels like an examination room in here. I thought today you'd all relax. When I came in here, you'd all be chatting amongst yourselves and having
did
fun.
you? Oh, no.
Hasn't really happened.
No, no.
Phil Allen fancies himself as the spokesman of the group. Is that right?
Well, I'm really glad that he's here, because he's
self-elected captain.
We had a vote.
Yeah, it was by committee.
So there's no real team spirit, is that fair to say?
There's camaraderie of artists.
And how does that manifest itself?
If Anya needed to borrow some paint, I'd sell her some.
What were you thinking about?
I was doing a comic opera that I was once in.
Gilbert and Sullivan.
Rather like Gilbert and Sullivan, not actually. It's called The Batsman's Bride, about a village cricket match,
Sounds fun.
which was fun, actually. It's very nice.
Now, when did it all emerge?
The faces started to emerge yesterday, but it's only really started to come together in the last sort of hour.
When you did the drawings, it was hard for us to get a purchase on it because we don't know where it's going. That's good hands. How do you feel about hands?
Well, I don't really want to do too much with the hands because I want the focus to be on the faces, so I'm just going to put a bit more colour on here. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do with them yet.
So, Richard and Sally, thanks for returning. How was the sitting experience for 4 hours?
Long, somewhat tedious, redeemed by my charming companion. When we finally worked out we were allowed to talk a little bit anyway.
And being stared at all day is quite an unusual experience, isn't it? Because staring in the modern world, certainly in this country, is sort of frowned upon, and I kind of like that barrier of being really scrutinised.
Actually, most of them are staring at their iPads, not at us at all.
Oh, yeah, that's very unflattering, isn't it?
No, far too much detail for my liking.
There's just 1 hour remaining.
Are you going to add a hand? I'm quite interested in...
Yeah, I think I'd really like to get a couple of knees in there as well.
A couple of knees?
Yeah, or at least one knee.
Well, it's great. I hadn't noticed the strength of her eye colour as much as
she's
you
got
have.
great eyes.
And Richard looks more solemn.
Yeah.
Great eyebrows.
Yeah.
The eyebrows are a bit of a challenge, aren't they?
No, I love doing eyebrows. I painted my dad and he's got similar eyebrows. I love doing that sort of stuff.
It's difficult to foresee any problems because I'm intentionally making mistakes constantly. So I'd probably take a part off and then add it on. And so I work like constantly in a problematic state.
It's the final stage of the semi-final challenge, and our 7 artists are trying to make every brushstroke count, as in a few moments our judges will decide which 3 will go through to the final.
Since the start, you have been piling on the paint.
I was piling on paint, but not often in the right places.
It was much looser, let's put it like that, shall we say?
About 5 minutes ago, I thought Sally's face was much more done than Richard's, and now Richard's, I think, looks more done than hers. So I'm going to go back to hers and maybe darken it up a bit. I think it's maybe a little bit too bright.
Artists, you have just 5 more minutes left for your paintings.
I haven't got enough time. I'm leaving Richard now. I'm just focused on Sally, trying to get as many dots down on her as possible.
Artists, your time is up. Your semi-final challenge is over.
Please put down your brushes and step away from your easels.
Before the judges evaluate the portraits, the sitters get the opportunity to choose their favourite to keep.
Oh, they're wonderful. It's amazing how 7 people watching the same 2 people could find such a variety of different views.
I feel we've all been through a marathon together, as though we've been on a long-haul flight. I congratulate you all.
Now.
Oh, it's just wonderful. And I like the sense of hope. I feel like you've caught some of the hope in my eyes, which I really like.
I think it's terrific. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful picture.
Sally and I had a discussion about your eyebrows, Richard. She said she loved eyebrows. She was perfectly happy with eyebrows.
I find people are often trying to edit my eyebrows, and I always resist those attempts.
Well, you captured it really well.
Thank you.
And now, Richard, this is perhaps the one which shows perhaps you're most severe.
I think we're almost holding hands there.
Yeah, there's definitely a connection there.
Yes.
You've emphasised our different sizes, the proportions, and also different colours. I have a small halo. I like it very much. It's got a real sense of movement there.
I was very grateful for Alan directing us, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, did he ask you to move or?
No, he gave us little breaks.
So a bond was established.
Oh yes.
You know, it's amazing how much you can get to know someone over 2 days. You've been incredibly charming and very sweet, and I'm very glad to have spent 2 days with you.
What I don't understand is why you expected anything else.
Entire prejudice on my part.
Very striking.
I think you actually painted what was there, which is... I'm grateful that some of the other artists moved us around and created a narrative, but you seem to have really focused on what we were.
Right, well now this is the moment of truth that we have in every heat, which is the opportunity to make a choice. Shall we let Sally have the go?
I would love to take all of them home, but I'm afraid I actually really particularly like Christian's one.
Right.
Over here.
Well, that's very awkward. I early picked out Christians as the one that I would want, and I didn't change, even right to the end.
Right.
We're going to have to toss a coin, I'm afraid.
Shall we give Sally the call? Is this how you do it? It's moving around a good deal, so
I'm sure it's fine.
Just inept. OK, off you go.
Heads.
Heads it is.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Christian's painting.
Thank you very much.
Now it's Richard's turn.
Well, I think it would be between that one and that one. And that's very difficult. I think probably that one.
Fine.
Yeah.
I know from the heats, just because you've been picked by the sitter doesn't mean you're going to go through.
The worst thing the judges could say, I guess, would be that it's just one big mess.
Honestly, I think I've got 2 in my head, so I think I'm going to go through. It'd be cool if I was the 3rd.
We've dealt with our problems, you know, when it comes to painting. It's their problem now. Whether they make the wrong decision, well, that's up to them.
To help decide who will go through to the semi-final, the judges scrutinise every detail of the portraits.
So we begin then with Anya.
There's some beautiful painted passages in it. The relationship between the sitters is good, but I just don't think that the likeness is there for me, or a spirit of the person, the people sitting.
I love the verticality of the composition and that lovely white space, the way she's framed it. It's absolutely beautiful, and the colours are just delicious.
OK, what about Alan's painting?
There's something about Richard that I think he's really managed to capture in that sort of weightiness, and I love the way he's sort of coming out of the canvas.
I think he's got a great sense of the sitters, both Richard and Sally, but I wouldn't say we would recognise them in the street from this painting.
Would you say that it's overworked?
It doesn't breathe as much as his self-portrait and his portrait from the heat.
Laura seems to go right into someone's body and pull their soul out. She sort of really captures a sense of who they are from the inside out.
What I really liked about it was that at the very end she brought the 2 of them together, and I think that's the difference between her and some of the others.
And I find her the most difficult artist to really describe what I like about it, but it really draws me in.
I don't get it at all. I'm sorry, Laura, I just don't get it.
That's the great thing about art, Joan.
I don't get, absolutely sets me aside from all of you. Right, Ruth then.
I think he has really thought about double portraiture, and he's emphasised it with the symbolism. In this case, it's just the portraits aren't good enough. There's not enough likeness.
If you look at the painting, you know, the ground coming through is beautiful, the texture of the paint fantastic, but the chair that Richard's sitting on, it doesn't sit properly in the space.
He surely has taken on the narrative the most. In fact, in a lot of them I can barely see the narrative. Also, can I say, it looks brilliant from back there. Try it.
OK, so this is Sally's.
I think the way that she's positioned the 2 bodies is really interesting. It's just subtle. It's just a lovely interaction between the 2 of them. They've got their own independent thoughts, but their eyesight crosses over, and that's just a really simple way of putting 2 heads in a picture together.
Sally's looking into the distance, and Richard seems to be kind of rather fixed and is it in a darker mood, or maybe I'm just putting that onto the painting, I don't know.
I think what you've just described is the strength of the narrative in that picture.
Right, here we come to Bill's wax.
I think he's fallen victim to using technology too heavily. He's really relying on it here.
They do look cut out, especially Sally's face looks very cut out. Richard's head is pretty good.
Yeah,
There's a great, I mean, the painting is very beautiful, and the colours he's got sort of under the chin and stuff.
And the character.
Yes, I mean, it's a great piece of portraiture.
I got the impression from what Bill was saying that he wanted Richard's face to be complex and difficult, because he is, and he wanted Sally's face to be much more simple, because that's how he saw their beliefs.
And so we come to Christian.
Fantastic likenesses of both of them. That cinematic quality, it is straight out of a movie still, and it's very romantic in that way.
It's incredibly accomplished, and you know, that sort of taking the image away, finding it again, you know, there's a lovely rhythm that you can almost feel.
I mean, I think it's absolutely glorious. I love it. I can't stop looking at it.
I have a sense that you feel, because it comes easily to him, that counts against him. And I think that's unfair.
I think so too.
Brilliant.
I think it's unfair too.
That's what talent is.
Yeah.
Life is unfair, Joan.
And he is talented.
He is.
The agonising wait to find out which 3 artists have made it to the final is being shared by the ever-reassuring friends and family.
Artists, thank you very much for your efforts. The judges are all agreed that a tremendous amount of talent has been displayed here over these last 2 days.
And this is the really tricky bit, because as you well know, only 3 of you can go forward and the judges have made their decision. They have judged that each of these artists has cultivated a distinctive approach with compelling results. The first finalist, Laura Quinn.
The second finalist is Christian Hook.
And the third finalist, Anya Devine.
And please, we sincerely offer our commiserations to the remaining artists. What about a massive hand for their contribution?
I can't believe I'm in the final 3. I just really can't believe it. It's just a huge shock. I don't think it's sunk in yet. I'm really, really just in shock. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. I had prepared myself for being really pleased for other people, ready to clap, you know. And then when it was my name, I really couldn't believe it.
Thank you very much.
It's the beginning, and it isn't finished yet.
It's just fantastic, you know.
Well done.
Thank you very much. 2 days of painting just knocked me out, really.
Next time, our 3 finalists face the ultimate challenge. Painting the portrait of one of the world's most famous actors, Ian McKellen.
He sat so still.
I know.
He's just not moving.
Breathing, is he?
But who will impress the most?
The Sky Arts Portrait Artist of the Year for 2014 is...